It's showing you invalid username and ID.
You have to contact the institute. You have to tell that you are not able to log in.
Okay.
Jaykumar only, no? Jaykumar or Manika?
Shekhar, sir.
No. I mean, who is your coordinator? Which is the institute? Which is your institute?
ZebLearn, sir.
Then contact Manika. Okay, what is the transaction code?
CG02B.
2BD.
CG02BD. Okay, and in the previous class we have seen about specification categories, specification type, what is a specification, and we discussed what are the different specification types like real substance, listed substance, and pure substance. So any doubt in this, whatever we have seen? Next we are going to see specification structure. How to add data, that also we saw yesterday, how to assign the data. Let's say if I want to add some data in the existing specification, how to add the data? Let's say here in this specification, I want to add, let's say accidental release measures. I want to add some data there. How to add that data?
Double click on that.
Where?
Click on edit. Click on edit.
Where?
Left corner.
On top side?
Top side, yes. With SPET symbol.
Okay. Then
we have to
Right click on the options.
which options? This?
Drop down.
Okay. Next. I want to add some data under personal precautions. How to add?
Select personal precautions.
Okay.
I think double click. Here we need to
Advice part. Go to advice.
Go to advice.
again double click.
No, not double click.
Drop down.
Drop down.
Right click on the options.
Then
Either we can select anyone and click the arrow.
okay, I can select maybe like immediately evacuate personnel to safe areas, and then I can click here on add phrases. That will get selected. Or maybe I can double click on any of these options. That will also get selected. If I want to remove this selection,
Double click.
double click on this.
Set.
My voice is getting echoed. Yeah, do something, please. Maybe because of headphone issues or what, I don't know. It's reflecting too much.
I think he's not using headphone.
Huh? Sorry?
I think he's not using headphone. I think maybe that's right.
You use maybe speaker.
Even then it should not happen like that, no? It should not happen like that. I don't know why. What is the problem? Okay, anyways, check next week. Anyways, you will have 1 week more. Please check what is the problem. Yeah, somebody was asking some question, I think. Yeah, please carry on. So whichever I want to select, I can double click on that, or maybe I can select this option here called add phrases. If I want to unselect or remove one of the selected phrases, I can use this option remove phrases. Once I have selected whatever data I want, then what to do next? Tell me next what to do.
Click
Okay,
on the
green
right,
green
right
text mark.
You need to save it.
At the bottom we have a transfer option, this green tick mark. If I click on that, what will happen?
that will be added in that way.
Yeah, whatever option I have selected, no, that data will be added here under advice. Even if you want to add 2 more, again you can go to that drop down button, click on drop down button, and then select whichever you want. Again you can select sweep up, then click on again continue. That will also get selected. Like that we have to basically select the data. Right? Next, what to do?
Go to refresh.
You need to save.
We have to first save, yes. Suppose
Okay,
if I want
save.
to add some data here in environmental precautions also, I will double click on that. There also I will go, same process, select the data manually, because here we are manually selecting the data or manually assigning the data. That is why it is called as manual value assignment. So you can choose whichever data you want to assign there, like that, at least one or more than one, whatever. Next, after that, we have to save. So what will happen when I save the data?
The tick mark will not show.
It will show. I have to refresh.
Refresh.
Yeah, I have to refresh. Only then I will get. Yeah, see, I am getting a green tick mark. And what is the green tick mark telling me? What is the meaning of this?
There is a data or instruction in that particular.
We have manually assigned the data. It means what I have done, I went to the options and I have manually assigned some data in that particular location. That manual assignment option is given as a green tick mark. Okay, you are getting my point? It is a manual value assignment. And then after that, you have to go to each of these options. See, here I am only adding here in personal precautions, environmental precautions. Like that, you have to continue in other places also. You have to go to methods for cleaning, general measures by driver, additional measures by driver. In each of these value assignments, I have to assign the data. So manually, I have to fill all the 16 sections. I have to expand each one of these folders, go inside, assign the data, and then I have to save. I have to do manually everything. So it will take lot of time. It will take lot of time to manually assign all this data, right from the first one to the last one. It will take lot of time. Okay, so that's why we call it as a manual value assignment. Next, after that, there are few other things you have to know. Today we are going to see what are these things, like material safety data sheet. This is only a name, but what is the technical name? We have to know what is a classical name for this property tree. We call it as a property tree, but here you can see it is showing as material safety data sheet. So in the detailed structure area, each and every option or each and every data object that you are seeing, there is a technical name for that. There is a technical name for this 377. Okay, what is the name for this 377? What do you call this here, this data object?
Environmental.
No, this number 377. What is this actually? What is this?
Environmental precautions.
Hmm? Yeah, repeat that.
Environmental precautions.
No. Where is environmental precautions? I'm saying here, this one. 377. What is this?
Substance.
It's a specification, guys. It's not a specification.
Substance code.
Specification. Carbohydrate specification. 815 specification. All these are specifications. Each one of them is specification. Acetone. What is acetone?
Specification.
Vanilla.
Specification.
Yes. Each one of them, whatever you are seeing, each one of them is a specification. No doubt about that. But here, what actually we are seeing? We are seeing 377. Here it is written vanilla. Here it is called acetone. These are just names. These are just names or labels we have given. But actually speaking, they are nothing but specifications. Okay, they are specifications. Now, apart from that, see this material safety data sheet they have written. No. What is this material safety data sheet? What is the technical name? The technical name for this material safety data sheet is, it's a property tree. The technical name is property tree. Okay, property tree. Next, similarly, you can see below that there are folders. There is technical name. It's actually not a folder. It's not actually a folder, but there is a technical name even for that. We call it as a value assignment type. We call it as a value assignment type. So like that, there are technical names. Even when you expand, let's say I go to this first aid measures and I expand. Whatever data you are seeing inside this, that is also having a technical name. That is also called as a value assignment type. And here where we are adding the data, even that is nothing but there is a technical name and we call it as a characteristic. Okay, we call it as a characteristic. So there are technical names for each of these data objects. There is a technical name. So let me write that all these come under the specification structure. So first we have specification name. Okay, specification name or number. This is the first structure element. Then below that we have property tree. Okay, then below property tree you saw folders, no? Those folders are called as value assignment types. These are technical names. Value assignment types, or you can call it as VATs. Again, where you are entering the data, when you are selecting phrases and assigning the data, that is called as characteristic. Okay, that is called as a characteristics. So let me repeat again. Here in this particular detailed structure area, what is this 377? Specification. Okay, what is this material safety data sheet?
Property.
Yeah, it is a property tree, and you can see there is a symbol also they are displaying. This symbol is a tree, no, actually. It means this is a property tree. And what about these folders?
Value
Value assignment type.
value assignment types or VATs. You can call anything. VATs or value assignment types. Okay, what about inside that folder? This is a value assignment type. Inside that also we have some data, no? Like infection hazards, first aid general information, first aid eye, first aid skin. What do you call that?
Characteristics.
No, it's not a characteristic. That is also called as a value assignment type. Okay, keep that in mind. Both the folder, like here, first aid measures, that is also a value assignment type, and the data within that folder is also a value assignment type. Okay, both. But how do you differentiate? If at all I want to differentiate between the folder and this data inside, how can I differentiate these two? What is the name for this and what is the name for this? Both are value assignment types, but again there are different names. BMW is also a car, Maruti Suzuki is also a car. Both are car only, no? But how do you differentiate between them? One is Maruti, another is BMW. So like that, we have to have different names so that we can differentiate. So the folder type of a value assignment type, one second. The folder type of a value assignment type is called as node in the property tree. Okay. The value assignment type, which is like a folder, is called as node in the property tree. What about the other one? What about the data within that? What do you call this? That is called as a normal value assignment type. Okay, what do you call? Normal value assignment type. So these are the two different names. One is called node in the property tree. The folder type is called as node in the property tree. This one. And the data inside that is called as a normal value assignment type. Or if you want to remember, if you feel it is difficult to remember, then what you can do, you can simply call that folder as a node and the data inside as a normal. Just call it as node and normal. That is also fine. Okay, you can call node and normal. Fine. After that, when I double click on the normal VAT, where is the characteristic? Where is the character? This is the characteristic. You see here, advise general, advise air, advise soil. You see this? This is nothing but your characteristic. Or if I go to some other option, let's say I go to first aid eye. If I go to first aid eye, here there is some problem. There is an error. Let me just delete this. Let me go to first aid skin. Yeah, which is the characteristic in this? Can you tell me which is the characteristic? Here the characteristic is advise. You see, this is your
Advise.
characteristic. Yeah, advise is the characteristic. Not usage, not inheritance, not specification status, not this. Only where you are adding the data, no, where you are assigning the data. That is called as a characteristic. So for example, here, advise is a characteristic. Sometimes we can have one characteristic or sometimes more than one characteristic. Okay, for example, here we have only one, no. So if I go to some other value assignment type, let's say I go to firefighting measures. Here, can you count and tell me how many watts are there? Sorry, how many characteristics are there? Can you count and tell me how many?
0.
0. Then what is this?
2.
2. There are 2 characteristics.
So as you said,
one
advice
moment.
is the only characteristics. Then there is no
Huh?
advice.
Hmm.
You said like advice is the only characteristics we need to count. Then
Yeah,
there is
there
no
it was
advice.
one. There it was one. But here how many?
Two, I think so.
Suitable and unsuitable. Yes. There are two characteristics here. One is suitable extinguishing media, another is unsuitable extinguishing media. There are two. Okay, let me go to some other. Maybe here. How many are here?
0.
See the column 1 and 2. Yeah, they have not added any data. Fine, no problem. But still, these are characteristics. The column names that you find here, where you can assign the data, these are called as characteristics. So, advice is a characteristic, hazardous combustion product is a characteristic. Both are characteristics. Okay, similarly, let me go to physical chemical properties. Now, here, can you tell me how many characteristics are there?
5.
1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Yes, absolutely right. There are 5 characteristics here in this state of matter, because this is where we have to assign the data and these are called as the characteristics. Same way, what about here?
1.
1, exactly. We have just one characteristic. So your characteristics can be either 1 or 2 or 5, 10. It can be any number of characteristics. You can use any number of characteristics, not just 1 or 2. So therefore, here in these examples, we have seen 1 characteristics, 2 characteristics, 5, and there can be even more than that, no problem. Okay, all these are called as characteristics, where you assign the data. These are called characteristics. Okay, so let us repeat again. So what is the specification structure? What are the elements in a specification structure? What do you call this? 377?
Specification.
Okay, what about this?
That is
Property.
proprietary.
Property tree. Okay, this?
The folder, right?
Not
Value
folder.
assignment type.
Value assignment type.
Assignment type.
But there is another name for this.
Node.
Node in the property tree.
Track. Okay.
Not
Node in the property tree. Yes, that is the name. And if I expand this, what about the data inside?
Nominal value assignment type.
Normal?
Value assignment type.
Yeah, normal value assignment type. Yes, that's correct. So we have node in the property tree. Okay, this is a node in the property tree, and inside that we have the normal value assignment type. Or you can simply call it as node and normal, that is also fine, no problem. And what about this on the right hand side?
That is called as characteristics.
Characteristics, yes. How many characteristics can we use?
Any number of.
Hmm?
Any number of you can use.
Yeah, any number we can use. It can be just 1 or 2 or 3 or 5, 10, 15, any number. All of them are called as characteristics. Okay, so this is your specification structure. In your specification structure, there is a specification name or number, there is a property tree, there are value assignment types, and there is a characteristics. Now, in the property tree, it is not just one property tree, there are many property trees. Okay, for example, see here, if I right click on this property tree, I can go to other property tree, and among these options, you can select any other. Can you give me 1 minute, guys? Just give me, hold on. पांच अंदर इधर अंदर हो देखो yeah. So where I was. This is the structure of a specification where we have, by the way, yeah, I was telling you about the property trees. See, it is not just MSDS property tree we have many other property trees. If you want to maintain MSDS data, then we have to select the MSDS property tree. But if you want to create some other data like industrial hygiene data or hazardous substance data, some other data if you want to maintain, you have to go to other property trees. Right click on MSDS and we have an option called other property tree. There I can go and select some other property tree like industrial hygiene, for example. When I select industrial hygiene, see, it is some other data. We can maintain other data. Or similarly, if you want to maintain some compliance related data, I can go to this compliance check property tree and here I can maintain compliance related data. So your specifications we create not only to create MSDS data. Apart from MSDS, we can create lot of other data. That is also possible. So if you are thinking that in our specification management, we can create only MSDS data, that is not correct. We can create different types of data. Whatever we want, we can create that data. But provided that property tree should be there. Under different property tree, we maintain different types of data. In MSDS property tree, we maintain MSDS data. Under RM compliance check property tree, we maintain compliance data. Under industrial hygiene property tree, we maintain industrial hygiene data. Like that, different property trees are there. So whatever data you want to maintain, first select that property tree and then you create the data. This is for hazardous substance. We can maintain hazardous substance data here. Okay, so you can go from one property tree to another property tree. It is possible. And again, say even in this property tree, when I expand, there is a data, there are value assignment types inside this. Again, if I expand, there are again some value assignment types. Again, if I expand, again see we have normal value assignment type. So you can maintain different types of data. That is what I am trying to say. Depending on which property tree you have selected, you can manage either MSDS data or compliance data or any other data. There are many property trees, not just one or two, many options are there. See, all these are property trees. Dangerous goods related trump card data you can maintain, food related data or MSDS data. There is also another property tree called as standard. So you can even maintain some standard properties of a material. See, this is a standard property tree. So we have multiple property trees. Under each property tree, different set of data we can maintain. Okay, got it? So how to go back to MSDS property tree?
Right click on the
Right click.
go to other.
Right click on standard properties, then
Select
Other properties.
other property tree.
okay.
MS.
MS.
Yeah, MSDS. So if I select that, see again we got back our old property tree. So you can select whichever property tree you want, whatever data you want to maintain, you can go to different property trees. Right? Got it? So that is how we can change different property trees and we can create different types of data for that specification. Clear? So this is your specification structure. You have to remember, don't forget, we have specification name or number, we have a property tree, this is a technical name, then we have value assignment types, the folder is called node in the property tree, and the data inside is called as a normal value assignment type. Next, we have characteristics. This is actually where we maintain the data. This is the place where we actually go and maintain the data for that specification. Characteristics. Right? This is called as a specification structure. And how to manually assign the data, that also I have told you, no? We have to expand, go to this particular place, and then we can select and assign the data. So manual assignment of data also I have shown. So next what we have to know is, we have to know about the different tabs in a specification. Now what do I mean by that? See, as soon as I go to any specification, like here, can you see here, there are some tabs, header status, relationship tab, identifier tab. Yeah, you see this? There are different tabs. I will choose some other. Yeah, okay, this one. Now see, here also we have specification header tab, restrictions tab, identifiers. Totally there are 8 tabs. Okay, in every specification, total there are 8 tabs. What are they? Specification header tab, restrictions tab, identifiers tab, references tab, material assignments, status, relationships, and header status tab. These are the different specification headers, specification tabs. So in the interview, definitely they will ask you about this. They will ask you how many tabs are there, what are the name of each tab in a specification, and you have to tell them. Okay, we call them as specification tabs. So which is the first one? The first one here is called specification header tab. Header means, do you know what is the meaning of header in SAP? What is the meaning of header in SAP? Header means basic information, or okay, let me write here. In SAP, whenever you hear this word header data, whenever you hear this word header data, always remember it means basic information. Okay, and specification header means what in that case? What is the meaning of specification header? Specification header means basic information about specification. Basic information about specification. So here if you observe in this first tab, what is the basic information we have? We have this specification name, we have this specification category, we have specification type, what is the substance nature, okay, authorization group, and note. This is the basic information, no? Because we can see what is the specification name, to which category it belongs, to which specification type it belongs, what is the substance nature. This is the basic information. Apart from that, below we have administration data. Administration data means when this specification was created, who created that specification, when it was changed, who changed the specification data. So that information is called as administration data. See, it is all showing my user ID everywhere. Because I created this specification. Sample 2026 I created. That is why it is showing my name. And date also is very recent. Only a couple of days ago we created. Similarly, let me go to some other 1939. Now see here. Here also it is showing mine. Okay. Maybe I will go to demo 203. Yeah. So here you see, can you tell me when this specification was created and who created?
Technique data 15 to 2011.
Yeah, the SAP user who created this specification is Technidata, that is the user ID, and it is created in 2011, almost like 14 years ago, 14, 15 years ago. Right. So like that, administration data will tell you who created that specification, on which date it was created, who modified the data in that specification. And this all will happen automatically. I cannot change this. See, even if I want to go and change this data, it is not possible. It will get updated automatically. Okay, it will be automatically updated. So that is your specification header data. By the way, if you observe here, see, we have the specification name, to which category it belongs, and what is the specification type. Now, what is the substance nature? What do you mean by
Listed substance.
No, it is not a substance. See, listed substance is a specification type. It's not a substance nature. What is substance nature?
Maybe
As
characteristics.
No, not characteristics. See, I am creating this specification. No. For which type of material I am creating this specification, that we are saying here. I have created this sample 2026. This is a specification created for a material which is nothing but a polymer. Okay, there is a one material. That material is a polymer material. For that polymer material, I have created this specification. So similarly, there are other substance nature. If I go to the options, you can see there are many other options: antioxidant, catalyst, food, okay, preparation without polymer, organic, general chemical. See, all these are different substance nature. So whenever I create a specification for which material I am creating, what is the nature of that material, that I have to assign. If I am creating a specification for some food item, I have to select the substance nature as food. If I am creating any specification for a catalyst material, I have to select catalyst. Or if I am creating a specification for a chemical, I have to select here chemical. So this will tell you what is the nature of that material for which I am creating the specification. Got it? Understood? Are you getting my point? What is substance nature? Is it clear or not? Yes or no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Then what is the authorization group? Authorization group means
Who can
when
access it?
yeah, tell me.
Who can access it?
What?
The data.
Yes. This specification data which I have created, which are the people that can access that specification data? I am giving authorization only for those people. Okay, let's say I will take one example, Tata Group. You know, Tata Group is a very huge organization. They have lot of companies. They have Tata Constructions, Tata Chemicals, Tata Steel, Tata Motors, and Tata Communications. There are, I don't know how many, there are many companies. So when they implement SAP in Tata Group, what will happen? Tata Chemicals will also be using SAP, Tata Steel will also be using SAP, Tata Motors will also be using SAP, Tata Consumer Goods will also be using SAP. Everybody will be using SAP. So suppose an employee working for Tata Chemicals, if he creates this specification and if he wants only the employees from Tata Chemical to access this data, what he can do? He can go to authorization group and he will select wherever, for example, let's say this is Tata Chemicals. So he will select this option. So now what happens? This specification data only this division, chemicals division employees only can access. Or if he selects some other division, let's say we have cosmetics, IDs cosmetics. So if he wants this specification data to be accessed only by the cosmetics division, he will select this authorization group. Or if he wants everybody in Tata Group to be able to access this data, then what he will do? Which option he will select? All, yes. Suppose the person who created this specification, if he wants every employee, every Tata employee, doesn't matter whether he is working for Tata Chemicals or Tata Communication or any other. If he wants all the employees of Tata Group to be able to access that particular specification data, then he will select all. Right, like that. Authorization group will allow only a particular division to be able to access the specification data. That is called as authorization group. Next, note, if you want to add some comment or remark about that specification, you can add it here. We call it as note. Okay, you are getting me? And then after making the changes, of course, you have to save every time. As soon as I saved here, see here, the date has changed. Earlier it was 11 some 0001, but because I made some change here and I saved the data, automatically administration data will also change. It is showing today's date and it is showing my user ID. Right, so administration data I cannot change manually. It will be auto updated by the system. Clear? So this is your specification header tab. So if I have to write something about that, I can say that the specification header tab contains basic information about the specification and administration data. And the specification header tab contains basic information as well as administration data, both. That is your first tab. If they ask you, you have to tell like this. What is a specification header tab? Next we go to the second tab called as restrictions tab. What is a restrictions tab? A restriction tab is used to allow a group of SAP users to access your specification header data. See, it is just like your authorization group, but this is little different. In a restriction tab, there are two sub-objects. One is rating, another is validity area. And why do we use restriction tab? If I want to allow a particular group of SAP users like customers or officials or internal employees of the company or suppliers or vendors, like that, any group of SAP user. If I want to allow them to see my specification header data, then I can add their details here in the restriction tab. For example, see, I will show you some options. In the rating, we have customer, released for customers. We have internal for internal use only. Then we have officials or authorities. Then we have public. Like that, if you want to add more, you can add even suppliers or vendors, even that you can add. These are called as rating. Rating means, okay, let me select here customer. So what is the meaning of rating? We are currently in restrictions tab. Okay, in that restrictions tab we have a rating and validity area. So what is a rating? A rating is a group of SAP users. A rating is a group of SAP users. For example, it can be customers, internal employees, or what other option? They can be officials, or they can be suppliers. All these are different group of people or different group of SAP users. That is called as a rating. Next, one more we have validity area. What is the meaning of validity area? See here, after selecting customer, I have to select the validity area. For example, under category, I will select region. Under category, I will select region. Under validity area, I will select India. Any country I can select. Any country I can select. So here I will select, for example, I am going to select here India. Okay, so always restriction tab should be used in combination of rating and validity area. So validity area means it is a region, or I will first put country. It is a country, region, organizational unit, or jurisdiction. Jurisdiction. Somebody is waiting. We have validity area means it can either be a single country like India, or it can be a region like European Union, or it can be any organizational unit like, for example, plant number, or it can be a jurisdiction. Jurisdiction means, do you know, like every police station have a jurisdiction. So they have one boundary, they have a geographical area. Their power is within that jurisdiction. So if some crime happens in Bangalore, the police from Delhi cannot come and do the investigation because they have a different jurisdiction. Even within Bangalore, there are different police station limits. So wherever the crime has occurred, only the police station coming in that area, only they can go and do the investigation. Correct? That is called as a jurisdiction. So whenever you are assigning any rating like customer, you should decide from which country they are or from which continent they are, and what is the jurisdiction, that also you have to select. So I have selected here rating as customer and validity area India. It means my customers who are available in India can access the specification header data. My customers who are present in India can access the specification header data. They can see this data or they can access this data. That is called as a restriction tab. That is called as a restriction tab. Now, can I add more than one country?
Yes.
Okay. Let me select again a region, and after India I will select some other country. Let's say Argentina. Now what is the meaning now? What does it mean?
Only India and Argentina people can access.
Not people, customers.
Customers.
Yeah. My customers who are there in India and Argentina, only those customers can access my specification header data. I may have customers even in Sri Lanka. I may have customers even in, let's say, UAE or in Saudi Arabia. Or I may have customers even in Australia. Doesn't matter. Here I am giving access to only customers from India and Argentina. So my other customers cannot see this data. It is only visible for customers from India and Argentina. Okay, so like that, country by country I can add, but it is very difficult. No, if I have customers in all the world, then I cannot add individual country names. It is difficult. In that case, what I can do, we have one more option. I will again select region. Again select region, and I can select one entire continent. For example, European Union. Do you know there is something called as European Union? There are about I think 17-18 countries in that European Union. So that entire region I can select. So if I select like that, then tell me what is the meaning. So I will go down and I will select region Europe, European Union. Okay, now what is the meaning?
Customers from the 17 countries
all
can use.
My customers who are there in any country in European Union, even they can access my specification header data. So now in total, my customer from India can access, from Argentina can access, and my customer from European Union can also access this data, specification header data. Okay, like that. Either at country by country. Yeah.
Sir, here we are selecting regions like India, Argentina, and European countries. So how the system will know? Will it be through IP address or as be a location wise? I mean,
It,
location map detection.
yeah, it is. See, the technical team is going to map their location and they will have a IP address also. Okay, here we call it as logical system. In SAP, we don't call it as IP address, we call it as a logical system ID. So from where it is generating, they will know. So what happens when I select these validity areas, only the people having the logical system number mapped with the European Union, only they can access. Other people will be blocked. It is just like IP address, but we call it as a logical system ID.
One more question, sir. I think it may be irrelevant. What if I use VPN?
No, you cannot use VPN and access SAP system. Not at all possible.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Because why, this SAP software is only available within the organization. The software is present only within the organization, like Tata Group, for example. Somebody from Reliance Industries cannot access the data. He cannot get inside that software. Okay, for example, what should I say? I'm sure Siemens may be using some kind of software, no? Like you have company emails and you can access your company information, correct? Because they will give you their laptop. If I want to access your emails or your company related data, can I do that?
No.
Why
No,
not?
sir.
Why not?
Because there will be a firewall which will
Exactly.
predict it and block the IP addresses.
Absolutely. There will be a firewall that will recognize my device as an outsider, unknown device. So unknown connections, it will not allow. Even if they try to access the SAP system used in Tata Group, because it is a alien system or unknown system, the SAP system will not allow that. There is a technical module. We have a module called security, SAP security, which is related to data security within the SAP system. And the company network, SAP network, nobody can hack and nobody can access the data. Absolutely not possible. But if Tata Group decides, okay, Reliance is my customer, I want to allow Reliance to connect and use my SAP data, for example, then they can allow them. If I allow only, then they can connect. But without my permission, they cannot. Because there is just like a firewall, in SAP system, there is a security system which will not allow other connections. Okay, clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
So we have seen what is a rating and what is a validity area. Okay, now tell me one thing. See, here I have added India, Argentina, that is fine, and I have added European Union. In European Union, I told you there are about 17-18 countries. Out of that 17-18 countries, what if I don't want to allow customers from one country to access the data? Let's say from Germany. I have customers even in Germany, but I don't want to allow them. Then what to do?
Excluding.
Excluding.
Yeah. We have here one option called as excluding. So how to use this excluding option?
Check mark.
If I check mark, then that entire region will become blacklisted.
First, we need to set the region, then we need to go
Yes.
for the area, then pick the
Yeah.
excluding.
We have to select region, then add the validity area,